When discussing the world's most formidable destroyers, most tend to focus on the naval giants, the United States, Russia, or even China. However, there's a new contender reshaping that conversation: India. The Indian Navy has developed a destroyer class that not only rivals, but in some aspects surpasses, the most advanced warships in existence today. The question is, how did they do it? India's naval modernization gained momentum with purchases from Russia. One of the pivotal acquisitions was the INS Visakhapatnam-class, a modified version of the Soviet Kashin-class destroyer. This marked a turning point for India's naval strength. But Russian destroyers, for all their offensive might, had a weakness: air defense. Designed to deliver waves of supersonic cruise missiles, these warships were offensive powerhouses but lacked robust defensive systems. In contrast, American destroyers prioritized air defense. Equipped with systems like Aegis and armed with over 100 surface-to-air missiles, they were built to protect aircraft carriers rather than deliver overwhelming missile strikes. That's because the US Navy relies on its carrier-based jets for offense, which are more flexible and cost-effective than ship-launched weapons. This strategic contrast led India to ask a critical question: what if a destroyer could be built that combined Russia's offensive muscle with America's defensive shield? Since such a vessel wasn't available on the global market, India decided to build it on its own. One of India's most strategic moves was the integration of the BrahMos missile system, co-developed with Russia. This cruise missile offers a tremendous advantage, far outpacing the American Harpoon in range and speed. Capable of flying at Mach 3, it gives Indian destroyers a significant long-range strike advantage. The Harpoon, by comparison, is subsonic and significantly slower. What makes this even more impressive is that India achieved this level of naval advancement on a fraction of the budget. While the US spends over $800 billion on defense annually, India operates on around $81 billion. Yet India has managed to establish itself as the fourth most powerful military in the world, proof of a highly efficient and focused defense strategy. Still, there was another hurdle: matching the US in air defense capabilities without depending on American technology. India found a solution through a partnership with Israel, developing the Barak missile defense system. Drawing on Israel's extensive expertise, India managed to replicate and adapt Western-style air defense for its own needs, without relying on US approvals or hardware. This technological integration became a reality with the Kolkata-class destroyers. Armed with both BrahMos cruise missiles and Barak air defense systems, these ships brought together the best of two global naval doctrines. But India didn't stop there. Enter the Visakhapatnam-class destroyer, the pinnacle of Indian naval engineering. It isn't merely an upgraded version of the Kolkata-class, it's an entirely reimagined warship that sets new standards. Sleek, stealthy, and deadly, this ship represents a perfect blend of offense, defense, and cutting-edge design. Compared to its global peers, the Visakhapatnam-class holds its own and even outperforms many. While the US Zumwalt-class destroyer may look futuristic, its practical utility has been questioned. India, in contrast, has focused on balanced innovation. The Visakhapatnam-class isn't just stealthy, it's powerful and cost-effective, built to fight, not just to impress. What truly sets it apart is its indigenous design and manufacturing. Built entirely in India, this destroyer is free from foreign software or hardware backdoors, critical in the age of cyber and electronic warfare. India controls every aspect of the ship's electronic systems, giving it unmatched operational security. Let's look at its specifications. Displacement: 7,400 tons. Missile capacity: 32 Barak 8 surface-to-air missiles capable of intercepting targets over 100 kilometers away. Offensive power: 16 BrahMos cruise missiles with an 800 kilometers range and Mach 3 speed. Future upgrade: hypersonic BrahMos variant at Mach 7 and up to 1,800 kilometers range. Total launch cells: 48, designed to dominate across sea, land, and air. Radar system: an advanced ESA radar with 360-degree coverage, capable of detecting and tracking threats up to 400 kilometers. It doesn't just detect, it can track, lock, and jam enemy targets. Every component on board is hand-picked for performance, and India's unique position, being able to source technology from both the East and West, as well as develop it domestically, has allowed for this fusion of excellence. The Visakhapatnam-class isn't just a destroyer. It's a strategic asset that reflects a new era in naval warfare, where India isn't following global trends, it's setting them. This vessel is proof that when vision meets innovation, even the impossible becomes reality. And India isn't done. Project 18, the next generation of destroyers, is already underway. If history is any indicator, what comes next will be even more formidable. Salute to the engineers, scientists, and naval leadership behind this achievement. It's not just military progress, it's history in motion.